Welcome everybody to SRTV Network. I'm Jay Weezy. We're watching the RacinFreeks Sim Racing League here at Pocono. Figured I'd throw this race up for you guys to watch. Give you something to do. Hey, it's a pretty good race. They got a long way to go. We missed the beginning of it. They're 13 laps into this race here. 70 lap race here tonight at Pocono. And we'll take a look at some of the race information real quick here. Track information, that is. Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. The wind's coming out of the south at 4 miles an hour right now. It's 75 degrees in the air. The track temp is 86. Humidity is up to 49%. It's mostly cloudy. A 175-mile race here at Pocono. So got a whole lot of racing left to do here. So, well, hey, we're a little late. Better late than never is what I was always told. And if you didn't know, I'm Jay Weezy. So appreciate to be back. Appreciate y'all for coming back out here and watching this race here. The RacinFreeks Sim Racing League. Right now, what you're looking at is Nate Trito in the one car. He's leading. Right now, he's led 13 laps. He's been out front the whole time. Nick Crawford running in second. He's right behind him. They got a nice little gap there between third, but there's a battle for third here between Dustin German, Dylan Blankenship, Brian Johnson, Derek Paulson, Neil Odegaard, Justin Rigsby, Zach Hall, Bob Skinner. So they're out there racing pretty hard right now. And I'll tell you what, if you give me just a hot second, I'll do one more thing here real quick. I was in a hurry trying to get this race set up here, so I missed out on a couple things. But we are back, and let me get this race back in action here for you. Dustin German's got the pressure put on him right now by Dylan Blankenship. Dylan Blankenship is all over the back end there, Dustin German, and they're going to be battling it out. But they better watch out because Derek Paulson in the 05 car, he's right behind them. Take a look at Derek Paulson. He's there in the inside that cockpit right there. These guys are headed on down into the tunnel turn right now. A lot of good looking paint jobs out there. You see the 99 Pepsi machine of Neil Odegaard. And I don't know if I'm saying that right. I always second guess myself when I say that name, but it is what it is. Hopefully ain't too mad. Dustin German in the wall. The 05 had to swerve down there. Dylan Blankenship barely got around that one. Stayed out of trouble. Derek Paulson's the one there in the 05 that missed it. So I know Dustin German, and I guarantee you right now he is fired up right now. Let's take a look at that car, see if he's got a whole lot of damage on it. As you see, looks like he does. But he's starting to get a run as he comes up on the back end of the 28 of Brian Johnson. He lets it go. Lets Brian Johnson take off into the tunnel turns. They're running single file right here. It's a lot easier to run single file than it is to run too wide through the tunnel turn. Another car in the wall. Looks like it's going to be Daryl Ricketts or Justin Rigsby. Let's see if we can pinpoint that one. Looks like the 41 car, Justin Rigsby. He's the one that got in the wall there. And maybe Daryl Ricketts too. Daryl Ricketts' car is still looking good right now, so it wasn't him. Daryl Ricketts is known for that. Actually ran a race last night with him here, and he was tapping that wall. He was getting really close to it. He wasn't hitting it very hard, but he was definitely getting into it. So Dustin German right now is fired up. I can guarantee you that. That's going to slow down him and Justin Rigsby, which is two fast drivers here in this Xfinity car. Let's go back up front to our race leader, Nate Trito. He's got a clean track in front of him. Nothing to worry about there. And out the back, look at the gap he's put on Nick Crawford right now. It's 2.2 seconds. Back there as he leads one more lap here. Nick Crawford there in the 21 car. He's got Neil Odegaard looking to close in on him And then we got a battle behind them. These guys right here. Derek Paulson, Brian Johnson, Dustin German, and Zach Hall. Those 4 cars right there. Super bad. They get to flying around this track here. And hopefully everything sounds all right. You can hear those cars pretty good. So we jump in the cockpit with Derek Paulson right here. And you know what? I hate to do this, but I'm going to fix this real quick. Let's pull up the splash screen. But I'll tell you what, I can make that look a lot better than that. There we go. Alright. Let me get some sound controls. I jumped in this immediately, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to set some things up. But either way, here we are in the cockpit with Derek Paulson, the 05 car. Last lap was a 15.981. And just to show it, or 15. Imagine that at Pocono. Yeah, right. A 55.981, but their fastest lap right now, they were running 53.823s, and they're down to 55.9, 20 laps into this run. Oh, another car in the wall. 28 of Brian Johnson makes hard contact with it as Derek Paulson goes right around him again, and Derek Paulson has been behind 2 cars now that's gotten into the wall there. First, it was Dustin German. He dives low, gets around him. Then Brian Johnson. Then he dives around him too. So he's been getting lucky out there. But he's looking good right now. So he's making a run towards the front. Nate Trito is killing him out there as he's opened up a 3.7 second lead over second place Nick Crawford. Nick Crawford's got Neil Odegaard closing in here. But we're going to keep an eye on this battle right here. The 42 car is Dylan Blankenship, which is the one trying to hold on to these spots here. So they're all racing for 4th right here. Derek Paulson, Dustin German, and Brian Johnson right there. Those 4 cars. Dustin German moves to the outside. Derek Paulson shuts the doors. They dive off into the last turn here. Turn 3, they call it at Pocono. The tricky triangle here in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Cockpit of Dustin German. Let's take a lap around with Dustin German and I'll keep my mouth shut. Hey Adam, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate you for watching. This is going to be a good one here. They don't have a whole lot of cautions, but check out this lap here with Dustin German. You hear how smooth he is on them controls, that gas pedal and that steering wheel, man. He is really smooth. Learn a lot from a guy like him. Oh, they call him Boss. Nate Trito still opening it up on them. He's up to 4.6 seconds over Neil Odegaard, which Neil Odegaard took over that second spot from Nick Crawford, but Neil Odegaard looks like he's got a little bit of right front damage as he's gotten to the wall too. Nick Crawford's car is still clean as a whistle. Brian Johnson moved up into the number 4 spot. He's made his way around all those guys behind him there. The 42 of Dylan Blankenship, Dustin German, and Derek Paulson. The guy's flying down the straightaway, 189 miles an hour before he has to back off of it down into, slide down it into the corner like that. But Nate Trito, man, I tell you what, look at the lead he's got. He's going into the tunnel turn right now. And look, here's second place right here, Neil Odegaard. Then you got Nick Crawford right there, Brian Johnson, Dustin German, Dylan Blankenship, Zach Hall. Daryl Ricketts out there, as well as Bob Skinner, Justin Rigsby, Ethan Kurtz, John LeBombard. Nice field here at Pocono. And look at these guys race it out here. I mean, a lot of talent in the field. If you're looking to join a good racing league, tell you what, RacinFreeks Sim Racing League is one of the best. They're doing 3 seasons here. They're doing 3 seasons in one. So every 12 races, they're going to start a new season, crown a champ week 12 here. So gives 3 chances to become a champion in one season. Last season they did 36 races, and they only had 1 champion in each. So, and last season they did the Cup car and the Xfinity car. This season they're doing Xfinity and then trucks on Saturday night, which is tomorrow night. And I missed this race. I was supposed to be in it, but hey, it is what it is. Figured I'd come out, show some support for these guys. A lot of great drivers. As you see, Brian Johnson looks to dive on the inside there of the 21 car. Nick Crawford looking to take over that number 3 spot there. Swerves, crossover. But I believe he's got is we're in a car with Brian Johnson. Nick Crawford hangs on to that number 3 spot here. Brian Johnson, no slouch. He's going to back it off and try to take another shot at him. But if it was on the police radio here, oh, Nick Crawford in the wall. Wow, we've seen a lot of cars getting into the wall, so it must be pretty tight out there. You see the 42 trying to make a move. That's Dylan Blankenship trying to get around. Oh, another one in the wall. Nick Crawford again. Dustin German makes an evasive move, moves down to the bottom. Hank Boogie. You're right. We're riding on the hood of Dylan Blankenship. Dustin German back here battling. A lot of damage there on that car. Nick Crawford pounded the wall. 2 really good times there. Daryl Ricketts at the tail end of that pack of cars we're looking at right there in the 44 machine, the Carolina Panthers paint scheme, and I know a guy that painted that. Nick Crawford dropping back fast here. We got a battle coming between Zach Hall and Dustin German, which that's always going to happen here. Zach Hall and the 24 machine, and if we take a look at these cars. All right, we got Nick Crawford in the wall. He's got damage. We got Zach Hall with right front damage. Dustin German right behind him. He has right front damage. And I believe Justin Rigsby got into the wall too. So that's at least 4 cars so far has gotten into the wall here at Pocono. So they're out there driving these things for what they can, putting a little more throttle down than they should. And it's causing them to push up coming off the turns. You see them get all the way down on that yellow line. So they are really slowing these cars down. Lap times has dropped off about 3 seconds here because they're running 56-second laps. And they qualified at about a 53. So 3 seconds fall off on these tires is a heck of a fall off. So they got their hands full out there. They're running right now. Take a look at the top 5 real quick. Nate Trito, Neil Odegaard, Brian Johnson, Dylan Blankenship, and Zach Hall. An eye on these guys here. Zach Hall starting to pull away. Daryl Ricketts moves to the inside of Dustin German. Dustin German's starting to fall off a little bit here as we're about to be coming up on pit stops here. We're about 29 laps in. You're looking for these guys to come down pit road. Like Daryl Ricketts has got his hands full of Dustin German again. They've been battling back and forth here. Let's see how it plays out. Making some pit stops, I'd say, here about 5 or 6 laps. Anybody out there watching? If you got a pick, hey, I believe we can put it out there in the chat. I see Adams is looking for the 28 car. Dustin German. Dustin's got that right front damage, and Nate Trito is wicked fast out there. I mean, I don't see anybody having anything for him, so if I was to pick him, that'd be cheating. We are a little bit late here in the picks, but hey, I'd like to hear what you got in mind. And I think I'm going to go with the 45. Hey, good pick. I was getting ready to say that. Daryl Ricketts. Daryl Ricketts looking good out there, so he's definitely got a shot. I'll tell you, anybody that's in the top 8 right now, Neil Odegaard, Brian Johnson, Dylan Blankenship, Zach Hall, Dustin German, Daryl Ricketts, Derek Paulson. After these guys come in, they do have 1 fast repair. So when they do come down pit road, they'll be able to get that car fixed, and hopefully they can keep it off the wall. You know what I mean? All right, we got pit stops. First one looks like Zach Hall coming on down pit row. He's not the first one, but the first one out of that group. Because Nick Crawford has made a pit stop. We're going to take a look at Zach Hall as he comes down pit row. We got Dustin German, Derek Paulson, Bob Skinner also on pit row here. So we'll keep an eye on pit row. I know they're going to take 4 tires and a full tank. And they made it halfway. That's just what they were looking for, a halfway run. That way they can get back out there and run 35 more laps. But you see Daryl Ricketts was starting to pick up the pace there towards the end. As Zach Hall comes off pit road, let's see if anybody else is making their way down pit lane. Oh, we got a... Oh. I couldn't quite figure out who that was. But Dylan Blankenship was coming in. Looks like Neil Odegaard. Let's go back and take a look at the replay. Let's find Neil Odegaard. Take a look and see what happened to Neil Odegaard real quick. Right here, he's getting ready to come down pit row. He's hard on the brake. And then all of a sudden it just yanks left here. And fortunately for him, he keeps that car running. Spins it back around as you see the 28 of Brian Johnson get on pit row, and the 42 car of Dylan Blankenship make his way down pit row here. So luckily for him, and we'll go back live as they head off of pit road now. So we missed our pit stop, but we were watching that replay, and I had to check out that replay. As you see these cars starting to get a little bit spread out. Nate Trito up to a 8.8 second lead, almost 9 seconds here. And I tell you what, that is flying. This guy right here, I tell you what, let's ride along with him and see how he is doing it. How are you doing it? Give away all the secrets. I probably shouldn't do that, but hey, man, let's do it. Let's see how he does. All right, he's making his way on the pit row here. Perfect timing. We get to watch him make a pit stop. And he ran a little bit longer than he should have, in my opinion, but what do I know anyways. Lap 38, he decides to come in. He's going to have less laps on his tires here for the second run than these other guys. But he lost a lot of time there because he stayed out for 3 extra laps, running 3 seconds slower than these guys. When they get off of pit road, they're going to be running 53s. He's going to come back out running 53s, but before he came in, he was running 57s, 56 and a half, something like that. So, you know, you do the math. He lost about 7 seconds, maybe 9 seconds there staying out. Uh-oh. Apologize for that. Yeah, he stayed up a little longer than I would, but hey. It's all good. We got a pack of cars right here. It looks like Brian Johnson is in that pack, the number 28. Then we got right behind him Dustin German, Nick Crawford, and Zach Hall right there still battling it out. And these guys all fixed their cars. So got those fenders all lined back out. Get that aero going good. And now it's on. The race is on. Zach Hall's all over the back end right now. Dustin German giving him no slack at all. Zach Hall put the pressure on Dustin German, trying to get him to make a mistake there. Anything he can do to make Dustin German make a mistake, I mean, he's trying it. He is all over the ass end of that car. He's all over him like a hobo on a ham sandwich. How do you like that? Excuse me there. anyway, look at these guys. I'll tell you what. Let's get in the cockpit here with Zach Hall. An idea of what it's like from his view. Makes that move to the inside right here. Dustin German gives up that spot to Zach Hall. Maybe he's going to try to come back at him here. I'm not for sure. But for right now, Zach Hall takes over that spot. So let's do this. Let's go through the field here. Right now, we're looking at that 24. But right here is your race leader, Nate Trito. He's led all but 2 laps, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So about 39 laps here. Back out front, Justin Rigsby right now is showing as your leader. But right here, that'll change when he crosses the start-finish line. So we take a look at that orange and black number 1 car. Right here in second, the number 28 of Brian Johnson. Always consistent, running his Oculus Rift out there. I'm a Rift user as well, so I know exactly what he's going through. The Halford Son podcast paint on that car, number 28. Justin Rigsby right here in the Rally's Hamburgers, number 41. I tell you what, I'm not a big fan of eating at Rally's, but I love that paint job. I mean, that is a good-looking car right there. And right now he's running in 4th. Did you see Zach Hall flew by him? So Zach Hall's running in 3rd. These guys are making some passes, and I tell you what, I'm going to take a look at the field here real quick. Oh, we got Brian Johnson just disappeared on the track. We don't want to miss Zach Hall, so we'll go back through the rundown. Right here, Zach Hall in the 24, the Chevrolet Camaro, looking good. Right there, running in 3rd. Justin Rigsby dropping back here, by the way. So the 43 right here, running in 4th. Right now, just now got around Justin in that Rally's car, and the Haviland car, the 43 car. Looking good. Dustin German right there, holding down the 4th spot. And there's that Rally's car. He's back to 5th now, but he's got Nick Crawford in the 21 right here. And he's running a Halford Son podcast car too, so that's Brian Johnson's teammate. So they're running 2nd and 6th right now. Right here we got Dylan Blankenship, the number 42, and that looks really good too. Red Bull. I'm not a big fan of Red Bull either. Gets me a little wound up sometimes, which not so bad sometimes being wound up, but hey, yeah. Red Bull, number 42, Dylan Blankenship. The 05, another great looking paint job, which is another reason I like to do these rundowns. Get a good look at these paint jobs. The Mad Dog Motorsports, number 05 machine. Got them big teeth growling at you right there on the side. Then we got the number 9 Pepsi Chevy Camaro there. Neil Odegaard right there running in 9th position. Started 10th, looking good right here. Daryl Ricketts started 11th. He's running in 10th. The number 44 Carolina Panthers Bud Light SRTV Network Chevrolet Camaro. And hey man, I appreciate you for putting that SRTV Network, showing the support. I appreciate that. Daryl Ricketts in the number 44 right there, running 10th. And 11th we got Bob Skinner in the number 82. Got his old Skinner paint scheme on there. Now it's a good looking car too, and I'll tell you what, if he pulls up in your mirror and you said you didn't see him, you a liar, because that motherfucker stopped out. Anyways, we got the number 12, Ethan Kurtz. He's got some right front damage there. He started 5th. He lost 7 spots. Running in 12th. KeepBanging.com. Right there, Toyota Camry you're looking at. We got 2 cars out of the race right now. The 95 of John LeBombard and Jeff Gilmore. So right now, that's going to be the rundown for now. We go back up front. Nate Trito in the lead by 2.5 seconds. So he's still doing what he was doing earlier. And there's your 2nd place car right there. Brian Johnson. As we look for the battle. Looks like the battle, they're pretty spread out right now. So we see Daryl Ricketts. They're starting to put some moves on there for 9th. Looks like Justin Rigsby just got around. No, maybe not. Either way, Dustin German, Justin Rigsby, Dylan Blankenship, and Nick Crawford right here. So these three cars starting to fight it out with each other. The 42 of Justin Rigsby looking to the inside. I mean, Dylan Blankenship looking to the inside of Justin Rigsby. Nick Crawford looking for an opening. He takes advantage of this little bit of mistake there from the 41 of Justin Rigsby. Now he's diving to the inside of Dylan Blankenship, and Dylan Blankenship keeps it matted up on that high side. Holds off that pass from the 21 of Nick Crawford. Nick Crawford can't quite make it happen right now. But I tell you what, he ain't gonna give up. Nick Crawford is a fighter. He races really hard, really clean most of the time. He, just like all the rest of them, you know, we all have a little bit of trouble every now and then. But Nick Crawford is a very talented driver. This whole group is a very talented bunch. So if you're looking to race, like I said, if you're looking to race in a racing league with a bunch of good, talented, respectful competition, I mean, competitive drivers, then, hey, come on over to RacinFreeks, man. They run on Friday nights and Saturday nights. Saturday nights is trucks. Friday nights is Xfinity. The race starts at 9:42, I believe, Eastern time. So wherever you're at, you have to figure that out for yourself. It'll be 6:42 on the West Coast, but 9:42 Eastern. The practice room opens up at 8:30, 8 or 8:30. And then qualifying is 10 minutes open practice. Come check these guys out. We'd love to have you over here. And I'll be out there tomorrow in the trucks. We're going to be here at Pocono. We just the beginning of the second season here. We just finished our first 12 weeks. And we're on to our next season here. And Zach Hall, he took home the championship here in the Xfinity car for the first, I'd say one of three parts. You know, like instead of doing 36 races, they're doing 3 sets of 12. So, and that goes for trucks and Xfinity. So, you got 6 chances in 36 races to come over here and become a champion. So, come do it. I know I'm going to one day. Either way, Dustin German should be doing a lot better now. He got his car fixed. Boss in the number 28 right now. He's or the 43, my bad, 43 car. Right now it's Dustin German. He is running 4th. Zach Hall's got a nice little lead over him. 1.5 seconds, I believe, is the gap between them two. Zach Hall up here trying to run down this guy. Man, I tell you what, Brian Johnson really turned it around as we're coming up on 20 to go. He turned it around pretty good. Running second right now. And second to Nate Trito here. I mean, that ain't nothing to hold your head down about. Nate Trito is flying out there. He's what they call it, an alien. That ain't even right. Let's find out where the race is at. Looks like Derek Paulson and Daryl Ricketts here. They're going to be the ones that are closest to each other right now. Daryl Ricketts ran a 55.6. Neil ran a 55.4. So Daryl's trying to catch up to Neil. The number 99 Pepsi challenge on the back of the bumper there. Checking out that line there, you see he's staying about a half a car lane up off the bottom, if not more. It's a good looking car. Let's check out Dustin German up here. Right now these guys are spread out pretty good. No cautions yet. 51 laps, green flag. They're going to be able to make it on fuel, so whoever does the best job at saving tires, fuel mile, whatever you want to call it, might have a shot at winning this one, but I tell you what, it's gonna be hard to beat Nate Trito in the one car. He has literally got an airplane ticket and he's checked out. You got to. He gonna send a postcard to Victory Lane because by the time everybody else get done, he gonna be on vacation on the beach. He gonna be gone. We got about 18 to go. It's right along with Daryl. One thing I know about Daryl Ricketts there is he loves Pocono. He loves him some Pocono. Let's go back up here to our race leader. He definitely earned some airtime because he is putting the smack down on these boys and girls. We take a look out the rear end of that vehicle. I mean, you got Brian Johnson back there, but he is way back there, 3.8 seconds back. It looks like he's almost out there by himself as he comes off of turn one here, headed down the backstretch towards the tunnel turn. Brian Johnson right there. We'll keep an eye on that gap, see if Brian Johnson is closing that gap or not. Right here, Brian Johnson. So he's not too far back. With this many laps to go, don't count Brian Johnson or Zach Hall out, and definitely don't count out Dustin German. Any of these guys up in the top five, including Dylan Blankenship, have a chance to take this checker flag home here at Pocono. And, you know, everybody makes mistakes sometimes, so you never know. Nate Trito might make a mistake, tap that wall, and all of a sudden his car's done slowed down a whole lot there. It's going to open the door up for Brian Johnson. But, hey, I doubt he's going to do it. But, like I said, there's always a chance here. We go back a little further here. Zach Hall. And you got Dustin German. And hey, if you're out there watching, I appreciate it. We're live on YouTube and Twitch right now. I didn't go live on Facebook. You know, Facebook's fun, but I'm just doing this stream for fun. So, you know, do it on Twitch and YouTube. It's like Dylan Blankenship getting a little bit closer there, the boss. These guys have been doing pretty good on this second run. A lot of guys haven't hit the wall like they did on that first set of tires. So maybe they learned their lesson, or the tires and the track are getting a little bit better. Right now we got a lot of cars still look good here, including Neil Odegaard right there. And that Pepsi Challenge Camaro, great looking car. These Camaros look good. One of the funnest cars, I believe, on iRacing. It's got that power that you're looking for when you get on that pedal. It's one thing I like about it. I like a car with a lot of power. I like to be able to stomp that gas and just knock the tires off of it if I want to, you know. I mean, who don't like doing that? Who don't like going out and just doing a burnout, you know, or a bunch of donuts or something? I mean, that's all we used to do. Every time I seen somebody with a fast car as a kid, I mean, that's all I'd say was, you know, burn them down, baby, burn them down. It's kind of like when you're on the highway and you're going past some truck drivers and you're doing the honk your horn signal, you know. Like, burr, burr, honk it, honk it. We was kids, man, we'd love to do that, but every time I seen a fast car, I would say, hey, burn them down, do a burnout. I still do it. I mean, it's something that's never going to go away. These cars, they handle really well, too. I know this is a big track, and these guys are spread out a little bit, so it ain't a whole lot of racing going on. But trust me, these guys are out there racing, and they're probably breaking a little bit of a sweat or whatnot. I'll tell you what, anybody that'll run a Carolina's Panthers car is definitely, they really don't care about a whole lot, you know. It's one of them IDGAFs, you know. Ain't that what it is? IDGAF, you know what they say? He's one of those IDGAF type of guys. Good friend of mine, though. Very, very good guy. He's a little indecisive, though, at times. Derek Paulson looks like he's done gotten into the wall. After all that luck early on in the race, those guys in front of him tapping the wall, him getting by. And then all of a sudden, booyah, he gets into it. Now, he's got a little bit of right front damage. Shouldn't slow him down a whole lot. You see, it did slow him down as he was only hitting 171 there as he went off into turn one. Let's take a look at our race leader here, Nate Trito. Let's see what he runs as he comes out of turn three here to cross the start-finish line. Let's see what he's hitting down into turn one. He's led 58 laps right now. He is putting the smackdown on these boys and girls right now. Ain't no doubt about it. Looks like 186, maybe 183, 186. So Paulson looks like he's lost about 10 to 12, maybe 13 miles an hour. Nate Trito hangs on to it. He almost tapped the wall right there. I tell you what, let's go back and take a look at that replay, man. I tell you what. See how close he got to it. He's going down into turn 1, 185, 183 miles an hour. Gets back in the gas right there. So close. Oh, man. I mean, probably couldn't have fit a piece of paper between that car and the wall. All right, that wasn't even him. That was Brian Johnson. My bad. Here we go, Nate Trito. He's coming off of turn 1 here. Whoa, he had to lift, swerved it a little bit there. But hey, he didn't hit it. And I believe he has tapped the wall though a little bit with that right front, because let's see if we can take a look at the right front here. He's got a little bit damage on that thing, so. But it don't look too bad. I've seen a lot worse, that's for sure. And he's still got that straightaway speed, so. I'll tell you what, he's opening up a medium gap, 4 seconds over. Oh, Brian Johnson in the wall in the number 28. I bet you that hinders his performance a little bit. And I tell you what, that's very, very frustrating when you're trying to chase down somebody for the lead with 7 to go there, and then you drive it for all you can. That's all you can do. And then all of a sudden you're in the wall a little bit, and it pretty much cancels your shot at the win because of all that damage and not being able to get that thing up to speed. But right now he's doing good. Zach Hall is quite a bit of ways behind him here. Let's see if we can get a better look where Zach Hall is. You see Nate Trito right here at the bottom of your screen. Here comes Brian Johnson running in second. Then we got Zach Hall right there. So there's quite a bit of distance in between them as they come to 6 to go this time by. Dustin German in 4th. These 3 guys right here are the closest cars together right now. But Zach Hall might be able to catch up to Brian Johnson. I'm not for sure. But we're going to have to keep an eye on these guys. Dustin German, Dylan Blankenship, and Neil Odegaard. Five to go. Dustin German right now trying to hang on to the 5th spot. Neil Odegaard moving in on Dylan Blankenship. Curious to see if Dylan can hold off Neil Odegaard. Neil and that Pepsi machine looking good right now. Side by side here off of the turn. Turn number 3, Dylan lost a little bit of his momentum and lost a little of that speed there. Neil Odegaard moves to the inside, gets around Dylan Blankenship and Dustin German all in that front straightaway there. What a move by Neil in the 99. Passes both of those boys on one straightaway. Looks like Dustin German is starting to try to make a comeback here as they cross the line. They're going to have 3 to go here at Pocono. Live here from Long Pond, Pennsylvania. We're not live. Let's go back live. I hate to waste this battle though. We are back about a lap, I believe. Yep. Look like Dustin German wants that number 5 spot back, or that number 4 spot. You see the number 24, Zach Hall, on your screen right there. That's the guy that Neil and Dustin is chasing. Zach Hall, your past champion here, your defending champion. Dustin German got right front damage now. Did he just now do that? Did I miss it? Did I blink? I believe I did. Only 2 to go here. Looks like Dylan Blankenship in the 42's picked up some speed. The 82 right here, a Bob Skinner. He is not for position. I believe he is a lap down, so he might have fresher tires. He might be a little bit faster than these guys, but they're racing for a position here, and I don't think he will get up in the mix of that and, you know, hinder anybody's performance. Especially with these 2 guys fighting for this number 5 spot here. Dustin German and Dylan Blankenship. Neil Odegaard is starting to pull away, starting to run up on Zach Hall. Neil Odegaard picked it up here in the last 5 laps of this race. Really starting to make a comeback here as he's moving up on to Zach Hall. Nate Trito still leading this race, by the way. 6 seconds over Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson running in second. Then we got the 3rd place car here, the number 24, Zach Hall. Then 4th is Neil Odegaard. 5th is Dylan Blankenship. He's just now making that pass on Dustin German. Neil looks to the inside as Dustin gives up that spot. Oh, right here, these 2. Neil Odegaard looking on the inside for that number 3 spot, takes it over as they drag race down the backstretch. Neil Odegaard, he clears him on this final lap. The white flag was in the air when they rolled by this time by. What's up, Rosen Michael? Last lap here coming off of turn 3, looking at Neil Odegaard trying to hold off Zach Hall. Zach dives to the bottom, trying to get a run here to the start finish line, but Neil Odegaard looks like he's going to hold on to that number 3 spot. Your race winner here, Nate Trito, the number 1. He killed it, I tell you that. He killed it tonight. He was super fast, looks good in that number 1 car. It's going to be the race winner here from Pocono. Hope y'all enjoyed that as much as I did. I had a whole lot of fun. I was going to be in it, and I didn't get to make the race, so figured I'd throw it up here for somebody to watch it if they wanted to watch it. But right there, Nate Trito, he led 68 laps. He laid the smackdown on these boys here at Pocono. The RacinFreeks Sim Racing League. Check them out on Facebook. Check them out on iRacing Leagues if you want. Come join us. Hey, Friday and Saturdays, Xfinity and Trucks. Have some fun with us here. Nate Trito going to do a burn down. Celebrate his victory here at Pocono. He really did a great job out there. I enjoyed watching it. And like I said, I'm Jay Weezy. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Looks like this is going to be the end of this one. As he does his burnouts, we're going to go through the field here as I look at our race results. Nate Trito, Brian Johnson, Neil Odegaard, Zach Hall, Dustin German, Dylan Blankenship, Daryl Ricketts, Derek Paulson, Ethan Kurtz, Justin Rigby, Bob Skinner, Nick Crawford, John LeBombard, and Jeff Gilmore rounds out the finishing results here. And your race winner, getting some thanks from the number 12 machine as he turns it. Oh no. It's Ethan Kurtz and Neil Odegaard celebrating down on pit road. I appreciate y'all for watching. Like I said, I'm Jay Weezy for SRTV Network. Until the next time, hope y'all have a good night. Have some fun doing it.